For today, I found a topic in the House of Lords that I have not heard from today. But with a new legislative initiative, a nobleman not only wants to abolish the upper house, in which he himself sits for life. His draft also aims to abolish the Anglican state church. But does this project have a chance of success? Well, the Church of England, also known as the Anglican Church, is the official state church of England. The church has a long and complex history dating back to the 6th century. In the 16th century, the church underwent a major transformation under King Henry VI, who broke away from the Catholic Church and then established the Church of England as an independent institution. Since then, the Anglican Church has played a significant role in British politics as well. The Church has a seat in the House of Lords, the upper house of the British Parliament. The Archbishop of Canterbury, the head of the Anglican Church, is one of the most senior religious figures in the country. The Anglican Church has also been involved in a number of social and political debates in recent years. The Church has been at the forefront of efforts to address issues such as poverty, homelessness, and social exclusion. And the Church has also been a vocal critic of government policies on issues such as education, healthcare, and immigration. In recent years, the Anglican Church has faced a number of challenges. The Church has seen a decline in membership, and it has been criticized for its out-of-touch views on issues such as homosexuality and same-sex marriage. And the Church has also been embroiled in a number of scandals, including allegations of child abuse. Despite these challenges, the Anglican Church remains a significant force in British politics. The Church continues to play a role in shaping public policy and debate, and the Church also continues to provide a source of comfort and support for many people in the United Kingdom. As I said, the Church of England has a seat in the House of Lords, that's the upper house of the British Parliament. And this gives the Church even a voice in the legislative process. And with the Archbishop of Canterbury, I had to quote him several times on different issues already. They are playing quite a role in the relationship with the government, and he's often consulted on matters of public policy. But the Anglican Church has a long history of involvement in social welfare work as well. The Church provides a range of services to people in need, including food banks, shelters, and also counseling services. The Anglican Church has been a vocal critic of government policies, as I said, and there's the question if that's supposed to be. But they have also been a leading advocate for social justice issues such as poverty and homelessness. And the out-of-touch part, okay, I think the Catholic Church is a little bit more out of touch in this regard, but the Catholic Church does neither have a seat in the Bundestag or the Bundesrat, so to speak. But they will indeed play a more prominent role for the time that it stays the same in Britain. And that is where the very interesting part comes in with the House of Lords and the Lord going not only against his own house, but also against the Anglican Church. And we're talking about Baron Paul Scriven. He has an exciting career. Born the son of a garbage collector in Huddersfield in northern England, he worked his way up to hospital manager in the tricky British Health Service and made a political career with the Liberal Democrats. Knighted for life in 2014, he's now a baron in the upper house. One would think that this would be a completely satisfactory milestone for the entrepreneur from this, what we will call a small background. But he seems to be on a kind of march through the institutions instead. In addition to abolishing his own house, Scriven, he wants to abolish the House of Lords in its traditional form and replace it with a slimmed-down elected second chamber of parliament. He is now pursuing another iconoclasm in tradition-obsessed England. And that is the abolition of the Anglican state church. But the abolition in the form that the separation of the church from the state happens. At the opening of Parliament, Scriven's proposed project was selected for a future vote, and the National Secular Society welcomed the bill that would formally separate the Church of England from the British state. The organization has been committed to this goal since its founding in 1866. And according to the British media, Lord Scriven himself calls the dissolution of the historic ties long overdue. The privileged position of the Church as the state religion of the United Kingdom would be archaic and unacceptable. We need to reflect Britain as it is today, not as it was in the 16th century, he says. And only in May did King Charles III, at his coronation ceremony in Westminster Abbey before the Archbishop of Canterbury, that's Justin Welby, he took the oath that also made him defender of the faith and supreme governor of the Church of England. So by oath, the king is also the secular head of the established church. Non-Anglicans are excluded from the succession to the throne. And a sharp writer recently noted that England, along with Iran, is the only sovereign state that reserves seats in its legislature for religious clergy. In fact, 26 Church of England bishops are legally given seats in the House of Lords. They are therefore, as the only religious representatives, also secular legislators. The House of Lords was once more powerful than the House of Commons. Since the 19th century, however, his powers have continued to decline. That's a kind of social democratization of the world's oldest democracy. And today, the upper house primarily has to review and comment on the laws that the lower house has passed. After all, it can also propose changes or even new laws, like the current draft for the separation of church and state. The main argument for this legislative competence is, due to the appointment of the currently around 750 lords for life, less daily or party political considerations played a role. Well, the upper house brings more foresight instead of a built-in government majority. In justifying his initiative, Lord Scriven said that in a modern and pluralistic England, no religious organization should be so privileged that it can operate at the levers of state affairs. And the Church of England should only be one religious institution among others. The numbers certainly support this view. According to the 2021 census, there is no longer a Christian majority population in England and Wales. The proportion of Anglicans in the British population has fallen from 40% to well under 20% since the 1980s. Regular attendance at Sunday services has virtually imploded over the past 2 decades. And demographic change is leading to more religious diversity. The proportion of Muslims, Hindus, and Sikhs is increasing rapidly. Baron Scriven says he's looking forward to presenting his bill. But does the project have any prospect of success? That's still the question. The governing majority in the House of Commons is currently held by the quite shaken Conservatives under their leader and Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, the first Hindu to head the government. What is certain, of course, is that after the death of Queen Elizabeth II, who embodied the British monarchy for 7 decades, reforms are now conceivable that were previously barely more than whispered behind closed doors or something. Baron Paul Scriven, born Paul James Scriven in 1966, is a British Liberal Democrat politician and former leader of the Sheffield City Council from 2008 to 11. He is known for his advocacy of public sector reform, local government, healthcare, IT, and civil liberties issues. He is also an active campaigner for human rights in Bahrain and LGBT+ immigration issues. Scriven's political career began in 2000 when he was elected to Sheffield City Council for the Broomhill ward. He quickly rose through the ranks of the Liberal Democrats, becoming leader of the Liberal Democrat group in 2002. And in 2008, he led the Liberal Democrats to victory in the local elections, becoming leader of Sheffield City Council. And during his time as leader of Sheffield City Council, Scriven oversaw a number of major changes, including the introduction of a new public transport system, the development of a new housing strategy, and the investment in a number of new public spaces. He was also a strong advocate for local government reform, arguing for greater powers for councils to make decisions about their own communities. In 2011, Scriven was appointed as a Liberal Democrat life peer to the House of Lords, taking the title of Baron Scriven of Hunters Bar in the city of Sheffield. He is a member of the House of Lords Select Committee on Local Government and continues to campaign on issues such as public sector reform, local government, healthcare, IT, and civil liberties. Scriven is a married father of 2 children, and he's a passionate advocate for social justice and is committed to making a difference in the lives of others. He is indeed a respected and influential figure in British politics and is a strong voice for the Liberal Democrats. So it will be very interesting to see the fate of this bill. And if you want to see more, the next video is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.